Romans 6 says, "For we know that since Christ has been raised from the dead, he cannot die again. Death no longer has mastery over him." I want you to think for a second about a DLC on a video game that you love and that you play. When you go out and you purchase that, you never have to go back to that purchasing screen again. You have to use your account, you log in, but you always and forever have access to that content that you've bought. I want you to think about a famous story, Lord of the Rings, and a character in there, Gandalf the Grey. He fights this fire demon, a Balrog, in the mines of Moria, if I remember right. And the creature pulls him into the darkness of some unknown void, and he falls and he falls. And we find out later he defeats the Balrog, he comes back, and now he's Gandalf the White. He can never go back to just being the Gray. He's now always and forever changed because of that experience. And I want you to think about Jesus. Jesus has the unique claim of being the Son of God that's validated by his resurrection from the dead. And since Jesus has been raised from the dead, death is no longer an enemy that can even confront him, much less defeat him. Jesus is undefeated. Death doesn't have any mastery over him, so our trust in Jesus allows us to participate in that kind of a victory. I want you to, this week, as it's Easter, I want you to think about that. Think about things in your life that because you've gained access, because you've experienced a win, or because someone you know or a character in a story you love has gone through some ordeal, how their life is forever different and forever better. And then I want you to consider how in Jesus, because of what he's done, your life is forever different and forever better. The promise, the hope of the gospel is that what Jesus has gone through faith, we participate in, and we get the same victory. That's an incredible thing. Maybe we could even say that because Jesus beat death, death doesn't win over us either. It's a doorway we have to go through, but it's not a destination that we stay at. If you're very interested in this, I'd encourage you to read 1 Corinthians 15. It's a fascinating passage, and it talks a little more in depth about those themes. Jesus is undefeated, even against death.